Welcome to day 315 of the 5 a.m. Squat Club. A lot of dads feel overwhelmed. Work, responsibilities, kids, their own goals. But most of the time, it's not that there's too much to do, it's that everything feels scattered. Structure fixes that. Every morning, we get together early before our kids wake up to make sure that we make progress. We prime our minds, move our bodies with intensity, and then make progress towards our goals, all before the world wakes, to show those kids that what's important and that anything can be doable. First thing before we get our intensity for the day, we're going to choose our first thoughts, prime our minds. Let's get after it. So before our intensity, we're going to set our intention for the day. What that's going to look like is on the 5 a.m. Squat Club, we're going to get into a squat position. So sit yourself down, put your feet underneath your hips, put your heels on the ground, and if you feel like you're going to fall over, you can grab onto something in front to hold on to. And while we're here, we're going to choose our first thoughts of the day. Be intentional. You can follow the animation on the right for a box breath. It's a 4-second inhale, 4-second hold, 4-second exhale, and the 4-second hold as well. So follow that along and I'll go through the mental reps. So first one is I am responsible. And all that means is if I've got goals, if I've got somewhere that I've got to be, that nobody's going to do it for me, and I'm going to take accountability and ownership of it because my life is up to me. If I'm not happy about it, make a change. Next is I will make time between stimulus and response. And as someone who has struggled with issues with patience, this is important. Once the stimulus comes in, can I take a moment without reacting to assess and then give a response that I'm proud of? Next is I have all I need to succeed today and will focus on progress over perfection. That's the idea that a lot of us look at our goals as overwhelming and we see this big end goal and we think it's impossible. But if you just take the step today, take one step every day and work your way there, you'll notice that you have everything you need to take one step, which will give you what you need to take step 2, and so on and so forth. And then the last one is I choose gratitude. It's too easy nowadays to compare, to see what the guy next to you has or the person on Instagram or TikTok. If you focus on the negative, you will only see negative. So focus on the things that are good in your life and you will notice more and more of them. So I choose gratitude. All right, we start our day every day with that. Choose our first thoughts, move in a positive direction, and then we'll move our bodies. Let's go. So warm-up time, 2 parts to the warm-up. First step here is just our get down and get up. We're gonna do 2 minutes here. You can call them burpees, you can call them get down, get ups. But essential first part of our warm-up, lay yourself fully on the floor, get yourself fully up. Looks like this, so lay all the way down, get her back up, and then I like to celebrate with a little hop and a clap. I obviously did not make up the celebration, but that's what we're gonna do at the top. And we're gonna just go 2 minutes here so you can start slow and pick up the pace, or start fast if you're feeling hot already. Just remembering that as we age, that the warm-up is important. Step 1. And then the reason why we do this as our warm-up is, 1, it's a functional movement, right? It's necessary for human life, especially if you got kids. Can you get up off the floor when you're playing with them? And then the second reason, it's a great way to increase the body temperature, start lubricating the joints, increase the heart rate with low impact, and a movement that we can use in our real lives. So step 1, start warming up the body. We'll have a little more general warm up after this one. And then we've got 2 EMOMs for the day. Right, EMOM, every minute on the minute. Extremely efficient way of getting work done because we don't have all day to do it. So stick with us. 2 great workouts, some skill in there. And then every day we'll make progress towards our goals with our homework. So another 30 seconds of burpees. Should start feeling that heart rate come up a little bit. Start the day right. Good morning, team. How we feeling this morning? I see Ryan, equipment, Megan, Mr. Terry. Let's do a quick check-in. What time do we go to bed? And how are we feeling today? I was in bed at 8:40. Whew. We're feeling pretty good this morning. We've got some freezing rain coming though. All right, next step. You can go with a standing march if you don't like to jump. Otherwise, we're gonna go into a jumping jack. 15 to 20 reps or so here. Staying on the balls of the feet. Just turning up the heart rate a little bit more with a little bit of bouncing. Let me know in the chat, team, how we're doing. Bedtime and scale of 5 to 10, how we're feeling. All right, next, we're gonna go inchworm, so you can widen out that stance if you want. Take the hands to the floor, and you're just gonna walk yourself out until you can bring the shoulders over top of the hands. Squeeze the abs in the butt, and then walk it back until you stand up tall at the top again. Let's cycle that at least 5 times. Ooh, got the heart rate up already. If you missed yesterday's workout, you go back and try that one. It was a big one. Lots of sweat. I almost ate it in here, jumping over that dumbbell. But we made it. Live to train another day. All right, one more here, and then we're gonna swing a leg. Megan, 8:45, 7 out of 10. It's a good start. Good start to the day. All right, so next you can support yourself on the wall if you'd like, or just freestanding. We're just gonna swing that leg. Trying to just stay nice and tall with the torso. Just moving at the hip. At least 10 cycles there. I'm seeing some sweat. It was flying off of me yesterday, covered in chalk all over the wall. Casualty of yesterday's workout. Obviously, you need to clean that up. All right, once you got at least 10 cycles there, we'll switch sides. Same thing, just swinging forwards, backwards. Finding some tension, maybe in the front of the hip. 10 cycles there at least. And if you know, as you're going through this, if you feel like there's other warm-up movements that you like, that you know are effective for you, feel free to throw them in. All right, next one, we're gonna come into a plank position. From there, you're gonna take one foot outside the hands. Take the same elbow that's on the bent knee side, work it down towards the ground, and then open up, twist, reach towards the ceiling with that same hand. So reach towards the floor, and then to the ceiling. Get at least 5 cycles there. Mr. Terry says 11:30 and a 10. Terry, are you ever not a 10? Do you always feel like a 10 in the morning? Is that a choice? Tell us about it. Oh, tight. Keep loosening up, keep moving here. Find those tight spots. Switch sides. Oh yeah. Woo. Open up through that tension. Even just being here is tight. Elbow towards the floor, hand towards the ceiling. Couple more there, at least 5 per side. Oh, you can always hang out down there a little bit lower. Get an extra stretch. We'll just try to be active here. All right, next one, we're gonna go to our bootstrapper. So Feet underneath the hips, maybe a little wider if you feel comfortable there. And then we're gonna come all the way down into our passive squat. From there, we're gonna wrap our hands around our big toes, grab on, and then pull the chest up against the feet. So elbows are inside the knees and I'm pressing them out. At the same time, I'm pulling my chest up as tall as I can. I'm gonna feel some tension in the low back. From there, I'm gonna drop my chin, drop my chest, raise the hips. Feel those hamstrings a little bit. And then drop them back down, pull the chest back up, and we'll get at least 5 cycles there as well. Just working out those kinks so that we feel good again today. Hit some good intensity. Today's going to be a little less crazy than yesterday's dumbbell workout. Remember, if you want something real tough, go back and give that one a go. That was a doozy. All right, one more here. And then we'll come on out and we'll grab our PVC sticks here. So it's going to be a PVC or a broomstick or a hockey stick, whatever you got. Grab it with a nice wide grip, meaning straight arms while the stick is in the hip crease, and then we'll take it overhead. And then we'll just work through some shoulder tension, work that way down behind you. Just going from overhead to behind the shoulders. There's basically just an area of, 6 inches up and down where there's tension. So just hang out in there, up and down. Get at least 30 seconds there. Mr. Terry, I'm actively telling my body it's okay. If I focus on the pain will get even worse. I have to focus on the positive and not give life to the negative. I like that attitude. Just make sure you're being real, and if something is not feeling right, that, we try to address it and not just will it away. All right, from there, we're gonna take this thing into the front rack and warm up the lunge just a little bit, as we will be split squatting today. So we'll narrow out the grip, bring it out in front, put that bar, air quotes, on the shoulders, underneath the chin, elbows high. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna lunge. So big long step forward, let that back knee come straight down to the floor, and then stand it back up, aiming to stay more or less with a vertical shin on that front leg. And we can alternate, or you can hang out there and just split squat, as that's what we're gonna do in the workout today. But let's get at least 10 lunges. Those elbows high. A couple more. All right. Let's do this. So keep warming up if you're still feeling a little bit cool. Feel free to hop on a machine. Do what you gotta do. Ryan says, still want a 5 a.m.ers hat, t-shirt for spring. Help. Oh, I wish. Maybe we'll get there. I don't have a timeline for you though, unfortunately, Ryan. Mr. Adam, I use Tylenol and Pret 410 for my eye pressure. I eat bananas for my lupus and apples for my kitty and migraines. Okay. Make sure you're eating some meat as well, Mr. Terry. Get some protein and fat in there. All right, let's do this. A lot of dads feel overwhelmed because the day runs them. Tasks pile up, their attention gets pulled everywhere. If you want results and to move yourself forward and set the example for your kids, you have to take control. Carve out the time, structure the work, execute. The 5 a.m. Squat Club is your cheat code. This morning we've got alternating toes to bar, split squats, and handstands. Short, sweet, get it done, take action. Let's go. All right. So this morning's workout, every minute on the minute for 10 minutes. Short, efficient. If you're a busy dad, get it in, get it done, move on. So 2 movements. One is going to be an alternating toes to bar, and don't worry, I've got scaling options for everybody if you're new to some of this stuff. And then split squats is the second one. So let's talk about each one of those first. Get your pull-up bar set up if yours is detachable like ours here. Otherwise, get your pull-up bar. So the goal here on this one, and mine is a little scaled since I'm touching a different bar, but is to touch one foot and then the other. One foot and then the other to the bar. If that's not accessible, scaling options could just be alternating a leg raise. So just going to as high as you can, you know, maybe heel above the level of the hips. And then another option would just be hanging knee raise. Just bringing the knee above the hips. You could even alternate that, right? Left, right, left. So choose an option that's going to be challenging, and you're going to aim to work for, 30 seconds of that minute. Movement number 2 is a split squat. I'm going to demo it with nothing and then show you some options. So you're going to get yourself into a lunge position, drop straight down, touch that knee to the floor, stand it back up. You can do this with just like this, with a barbell in the front rack, barbell in the back rack. You could go dumbbell in a goblet. You could go dumbbells in a farmer carry down by your side. You could hold something in a bear hug, whatever you want. So, and then what we're looking for there, we're gonna say 5 per side, alternating minutes. So take a minute or so, get your gear set up, try out a few warm-up reps, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't before, and we're gonna get started very soon here. Let me just get in a couple warm-up reps. Let me know in the chat or the comments if we have any questions or thoughts. All right. One more here, and then I think we're good to go. Whoops. If you find that, during the EMOM, it's too easy, feel free to increase the load. Feel free to make a change. Jody, good morning. I thought you had slept in. Good morning, good morning. I'm your #1 hype man. Thanks, dude. Mr. Terry. All right. Let's do this. So once again, we're going to alternate between our alternating toes to bar or alternating leg raises or knee raises. And then mixing that with 5 per side split squats. 5 sets each, 10 minutes. Simple. So, let's do it. Here we are. Okay, see that. All right, team. Time here. Intervals. We want 10. We want 1. And we want 0. All right, starting with the toes to bar, alternating toes to bar. Now you can see that. In 10 seconds, team. New workout every day. No excuse. Get your shit together. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, that burns the abs a little bit. 14 there, first set. Jody, you think I'd miss building my dad bod? Never. Thanks. You got it, Jody. Busy dad here. 20 seconds. I'd even elevate that front foot a little bit on the split squat. All right, 10 seconds. 5 per side on the split squat. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. All right, 1 round down. Those were hard too. 20 seconds. Let's take time. 10. Back to the toes to bar. Ooh. We're breathing now. 3, 2, 1. Holy cheese. Those are hard. Those are hard. Jeffrey, second set will be easier. I don't know, man. The lunges, I think, will. How are the roads, Jeff? You got freezing rain yet? Supposed to have a skating rink out there today. All right, 10 seconds. Second set of split squats. Jeffrey's right. Thanks. 3, 2, 1. Is it negative? Jeff, you missed a hell of a workout yesterday. It was like fight gone bad, dumbbells. Oh, you saw the slip. You saw the almost fall over. 10 seconds. All right, round 3. 3, 2, 1. Alternating toes to bar or leg raises. Wow. Oh, abs are on fire. 30 seconds. That's halfway. Excuse me. 10 seconds. Turn off the negative. 3, 2, 1. 6 down, 4 to go. Whew. 15 seconds. 10. 5, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Wow. Those are roughing me up. How we liking those, team? So far, so good. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. One more round. One more of each. And then stick around for handstand work. Opportunity work. Some skill practice. 10. 3, 2, 1. One more set of split squats. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Last set. Woo. There you go. I did it. Finish them up. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, next. Just walk around, catch your breath, team. Take a minute. We got handstands now. Woo. All right. So, at least once a week, we try to get into a handstand, get upside down, get the world turned around a little bit. If you don't practice handstands, you'd be amazed at what it does for your balance to get upside down. Build the proprioception a little bit. So, I'm gonna give some options here depending on where you're at with your handstand. And then the goal is gonna be to hold for 1 minute, rest for 1 minute, but you can always hold for 30 seconds and rest for 90 or any other combination. But we're just gonna do one hold every 2 minutes for 10 minutes. So let me give you a few options here. Option number one, if you're comfortable with a kick up to the wall, that's what we're gonna do. Kick up, bring the feet together, squeeze the legs, squeeze the butt, squeeze the abs, and just press. Breathe and hang out. If the kick up to the wall is not accessible, you can wall walk. So you start yourself on all fours with your feet against the wall, come into a down dog, step one leg up, step the other leg up, and hold there. And then if you want more, walk yourself closer to the wall and hold there in a nice tight ab squeeze, butt squeeze, leg squeeze position without your belly touching the wall. So those are the two kind of full handstand options. From there, you could go with a headstand. And I know we've practiced these somewhat recently. So that's another good option. Put your hands down. You're gonna put your head in front of your hands to make a triangle, a tripod. Bring the knees to the elbows. And you can hang out there. Or if you want, you could take the feet straight up, hang out there. And then final option, just for being slightly upside down but not all the way, is you can do this with your feet on the floor or elevated, but you're just gonna get into a downward dog or a pike, call it. Walk the hands back so you can get as close to vertical with the upper body as you can. All right, simple. Let's make it happen here. Let me know how we're doing, team. I know Terry's good, he's there, working hard. So, there we go. Let's get this started. Whew. All right. So same interval clock. We're just gonna go every 2 minutes, trying to hold for that full minute. Hit some reactions, team, hang on. 10 seconds. Don't leave the stream. 5, 3, 2, 1, and we're up. So you're just trying to focus on your breathing and pressing into the floor. Staying nice and tight, that's 10. Steady breathing, squeezing the butt, squeezing the legs, squeezing the abs, and just pressing into the floor. That's 20. If you're not getting upside down, don't neglect it. 30 seconds. Remember, you just hold for whatever is reasonable for you. So you might come down now, rest more than a minute. Up to you. Keep it up. That was 40 we just passed. Press and breathe, press and breathe. Stay tight. That's 50. 5, 3, 2, 1. One down. Shake out the shoulders. Remember, you could go wall facing handstand, you could go headstand, you could go pike. Just try to get upside down a little bit, get uncomfortable, right? Get your hips above your hands or hips above head. 30 seconds. I didn't anticipate this morning's workout being that hard, but I am pretty sweaty here. I figured compared to yesterday, it couldn't have been that bad, but it wasn't that intense, but I am very good and sweaty. 10 seconds. I want to hear some feedback on your handstands as we go here. In that rest minute, let me know. 3, 2, 1. Set 2 here, team. Find that spot and just squeeze and breathe. That's 15. Press, squeeze, and breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Press into the floor. That's 30. Stay tight. Abs squeeze, butt squeeze, leg squeeze. Press, press, press. That's 40. The hat's falling off. Remember, you can come down early if you need. That's 50. Three, 2, 1. That's 2 down. 3 to go. All right, team, give me some feedback here. How are we going? How's it feeling? We going the whole minute? I know, Jody, you are. I know you love that handstand. Feel free to take a clip of yourself, take a video, share it with us on Instagram. And as usual, if you're getting value here, consider joining our community on YouTube. Support the channel. Remember, we're here every day. If you want to step up your life, if you want to make a change, the only way to do it is to carve it out and make it happen. Jody's doing the full minute. I know you are. I think you're better at handstands than I am, Jody. Kill it. But this is the way that you make change. You carve it out, you make it happen. 3, 2, 1. It's not gonna happen on its own. All right, going back through the checklist. Pressing into the floor, squeezing the abs, squeezing the butt, squeezing the legs, holding the feet together, and breathe. That's 20. Active press and breathe. Keep working. That's 30. Nice straight line. Active press. That's 40. 50. Come on. 3, 2, 1. 3 down. Shoulders are getting heavy. Wow. Try to relax the shoulders as much as you can in between sets. Whew. You can feel the pump in there. Lots of blood in the shoulders. Try to stay with the amount of time you've chosen. 30 seconds. Remember, afterwards, stick around for moments of clarity, homework, and some clips. Some farm clips. I think I got some cute ones there today. Take accountability for your life, team. Right? Nobody's gonna come do it for you. It's on you, your health, your goals, your life. On you. 3, 2, 1. All right, number 4. Same thing, team. Go through that checklist. Squeeze the butt, squeeze the legs, squeeze the abs, and press. Just press. That's 20. Focus and breathe. Stay calm. Telling myself this. That's 30. I think we're doing wall walks at the gym today. Not ideal. 40, stay with it. Keep pressing and breathing. 50. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's 4 down, 1 to go. Remember, you gotta work. And I know that sounds silly, but what I mean is you gotta work harder than you want to. You gotta get outside of your comfort zone. If you want to grow, if you want to improve, and this applies for anything, it applies for exercise, but it applies for life. If you're comfortable, you're not making progress, right? In this instance, if I came out of there at 30 seconds, it would feel good, but I wouldn't get anything out of it. So keep that in mind for this exercise, for what we do in the morning, and for your life. If you're choosing the route that is comfortable, you're likely stunting or limiting your progress. All right, one more here, team. Get uncomfortable, work hard, hang on. 3, 2, 1. Last one here, team. Let's fight for it. Whatever standard you've been holding for yourself, stay with it. Ab squeeze, leg squeeze, butt squeeze, press. That's 20. Stay tight. That's 30. That's 40. 50. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Wow. That's like right on the edge for me, team. Great job. Holy moly. Shake out the shoulders, roll them out. Take a breath, walk around. Fantastic job. So if you're here just checking out the workout, just know that this is just a clip. This is just a section of our full 5 a.m. Squat Club morning routine. We get up early, we prime our minds, we move with intensity, and then we take time for our goals. We assign an hour every day to sit down and make progress towards the things that are important in our lives. If you want to make a change, join us every morning in the live stream on the 5 a.m. Squat Club. Do the full program. Change your life. Beep. Look at that. All right, let's cool her down, team. Shake out the arms. Maybe grab your PVC. We're gonna stretch it out with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get those PVCs again. You can stretch out the hips as well if you're feeling like it, but currently my shoulders are asking for this. So you can, at the simplest level, go back out to that wide grip and then just go pass through. So take it behind the back and you can go up and down there. Just loosening up that tension a little bit. And we can think about the same theme. We talk about this every day, that if you've got something that's important to you that requires action, that the only way for you to achieve that goal is to take action. And I know that sounds super simplistic and super straightforward and easy, but I think we all know it. We just don't do it, right? Either we think that our goals are too big and that we don't have what it takes to start, or especially to get there in the end, and as a result we don't start. Whereas if we understand that it's not going to be perfect at the beginning and that it's going to take daily steps to make that progress and to eventually get there, And then especially if we have a system and a program that we can rely on habit stacking to make it happen, then goals become realistic, right? So whatever your goals are, if you just define them first and then carve out this hour to take action on them, they become real. And I think really what it is you start to realize that anything that you want to do or accomplish becomes realistic as long as you understand that strategy. You understand the program, the plan, that all I need to do is stack these things together and then they start to happen in essence on their own, right? We create habits. A habit is something that happens habitually or without thought. And it's perfect. It's perfect, right? Create the habit that creates your life. You know, and you don't even need to do it because we're doing it here together. You just need to show up and then do your homework, obviously. All right. Feel free to get in a pigeon stretch or some other glute stretch as well, because we did those split squats and you could be a little sore there. Equipment says today's workout fits in so well with our knee and shoulder rehab. Fantastic. I was I'll lie and say I was planning that for you guys. How is Amelie this morning, equipment? All right. Before we chat too much, let's check out some clips. Oh, okay. So here's my new plan. You'll see I put some temporary fence here, this netting fence, around an area near the barn where when the sheep start lambing, which is going to be early next month, that they can be in that area, have some good outdoor space, but be, potentially a little more protected from predation. So I set that fence up yesterday, put them in it, and then was able to roll out some hay without them bothering me. And then this is just letting them out of that fence. So they're just figuring out, oh, there's some hay over there and we can go get it. So they're all escaping from their pen. And I think what I'm going to do now is start closing them outside of that for the next month, so that the area where they're going to have their lambs has some time to rest and just, not get covered in poop so much. So here they are going out for breakfast. And look, Emily, they're not in a straight line. They divided. They split the defense. And there's Poopy Butt. She's the most likely to be pet of all the sheep. There they go. Maple, you make this challenging. Just let me click the button. All right, next. What do we got? Oh, here's my cinematic clip. Here we are. They were following. Go see the sheep. I'm going to be making fancy videos here, eh? Look at that clip. It's not as fancy as I thought. Jody, how'd you get the posts in? Well, I was surprised, actually. They went in pretty easily. Obviously, the ground around the barn is, is soft enough. There's a little pond there, a little hole that she almost decided to jump in. The ground near there was soft. I was very surprised that it was, but the ground was soft enough. I could put those posts in, got it done. So I was very happy about that. And then here's the older one feeding the llamas and getting sniffed by Braulio. Funny guy. Maple, how you doing there? How you know you're cute. So there she is doing her thing. She really likes to feed those llamas. It's neat to see the hay, right? So that's the fresh bale, and you can see the green. And if you look around, you can see the other bales that had been rolled out right next to them, nice and brown because they've taken out all the green. And then all that other mulch is going to be fantastic for growing grass this year. So not waste. It's all good stuff, all good mulch. Okay, Maple, stop licking me. I think that is, those are our clips for today. So, team, Maple, stop it. Stop it. Thank you so much for joining. But more so, it's not about me thanking you. If anything, thank yourself for getting up early, for carving out the time, and making sure that, you know, your goals are realized. Because as I keep saying, nobody is going to come do it for you. Nobody's going to wake you up early. Nobody's going to say, hey, I'm going to take care of your responsibilities today so that you can go exercise and do an hour of homework. So if you're serious about your fitness and your goals, this is it. Carve it out, get up, make it happen. Jody, they won't have lambs in a barn. I mean, they would. I just don't like that idea, right? The more confined they are, the more potential health risks there are, right? So I don't want them in any kind of confined space. I want them to have access to fresh air and clean space. So like in reality, in the future, as we finish up more fencing and, you know, maybe get a guard dog or something, they would lay them out on pasture, which they have done for the last couple of years. We're just, you know, we had a lot of issues last year, so we're just going to keep them a little bit closer to the house. All right, team, that is Wednesday. If you're doing the CrossFit Open, announcement tomorrow for the 26.3. And yeah, so quick shout outs: Mr. Terry, Megan, Jody, Ryan, Jeff was here. Equipment. Did I say Ryan? Special shout outs to members, Jody and Ryan. Oh, and I guess Yaroslav was here as well. No, did I see Yaroslav? No, I don't think I did. All right. Either way, fantastic. Thank you so much, team. You guys are all amazing. Love it. I love it. I hope to see you tomorrow for another good one. Have a great day, team. Peace.